Welcome Galactic family. Always something has not been working lately, and I've had some difficulties and upsets in the last few weeks. I have to remember that Mercury is still retrograde. It will go live on September 5th at the eclipse grade on August 21st. Allow some extra time for delays and problems now and try to avoid starting new things because you are likely to have to redo them later. The total retrograde shade of Mercury ends on September 22nd, in time for the Great Virgo stellium. More on this in the September energy report that will be published this weekend. Now we have very important issues to address, and this does not mean that we have to take care of something or heal someone. We must shine our light intensely, so that some personal healing and self-awareness may occur. Think of yourself as if holding the flashlight while someone is changing the tire. Shine. It's a hectic week and we're really climbing the spiral of ascension now. You cannot help anyone heal, change, or transform. But it can be a source of inspiration to remind you of your own power to heal yourself, to become whole, and to establish congruence in your own life. This is the theme of this week's newsletter. It may seem as if the whole world is disintegrating now, and in a way, it is, because the 3D glue that unites the world has completely broken. Not only has the veil gone, but also the opportunity to be totally asleep, unaware of what is happening in the world. All are in some stage of awakening, and those who are not, receive wakeful calls ever higher. It's like being in the carnival with the noise, the lights, the frenzy, the drive and the chaos, all happening at the same time. Through the process of awakening, we understand how the world seems to be ruined, but this is not a true statement. Through our newly expanded energy field, we see two paths, the limitations of 3D and the new potentials that are now possible for us in the higher dimensions of being. They've always been there, we just could not see them with the limitations of 3D firmly in place. Now that we want to move forward and share this great vision with everyone, convinced that if we can heal the world of their 3D limitations, the process of ascension will advance much more quickly. But the world needs no healing, no one else. What can happen is an awakening to the choices to integrate the new frequencies of 5D in the reach of new vibrations, so the self-healing that is becoming really complete and congruent, energetically, can occur. And this can be done through the flash of an insight that changes the energy in an instant. A few years ago, I read a client who asked about a friend who was in the hospital, slowly dying of an illness that the doctors could not identify. She knew that her friend would die and she was sad because their friendship was lasting and rewarding. So when she asked about her friend's condition, I confirmed that she would eventually die and it would be quite prolonged and uncomfortable, but it was not the illness that was killing her. She had not made the choice to live, and this choice would determine what would happen to her. She did not have to die, but she had to choose instead. Immediately after reading, she went to the hospital and passed on my message to her friend. 2 months later I did a reading for the friend who was out of the hospital and almost totally recovered. She thanked me for the message because it saved her life. She said that when she received the message, it was as if a door opened and the universe asked her what she wanted. She said she wanted to live and felt her energy change at that moment. Then she was able to recover enough to go home and begin to live her life in a more committed way, no longer denying herself the joy and satisfaction, determined to choose life, and to live in a more intentional and deliberate. We cannot heal anyone, no matter how much we believe she is sick, hurt, or unhappy, no matter how much we wish her life to be different. What we can do is let her see how our light shines brightly, so she can choose to make this choice on her own. I get many emails asking for help and guidance from readers. Some of them are supplications for help, asking me to intercede with the universe in their interest because they gave up. They are at the end of their rope and they do not know what to do next. But I do not have a special connection with the universe, magical powers, or the ability to change someone's life path in their interest. I cannot intercede in anyone's interest. No one can. They have to make a choice to live life in a different way, before they can find a way to save themselves. They have to decide to live, but more than that, they have to decide that they are prepared to receive unlimited abundance that is available to everyone, and they have to make this choice for themselves. Each of us can be a source of inspiration to others, so that they can make the choice to find and shine their own light. Sometimes the answer to our questions and the solution to our most terrible problems is as simple as making a choice to live, to be happy, to have peace, to know love, to be in joy, to access our unlimited abundance. This choice will shift our energy to new frequencies and move us away from the density of 3D karma to the creation of 5D self-awareness. We believe that we are surrounded by many complex choices, but it is much simpler than this. In the gap from where we are to where we want to be, there is a choice, and anything we choose will keep us in the loop or carry us forward. The 4D bridge is the pathway between power, mastery and control of the 3D paradigm and the light, joy, and creation of the 5D paradigm. The awakening puts us on the bridge. The intention keeps us moving until we reach the other side.